Harry Potter. No more Harry Potter. Don't say it. Don't say it, Radcliffe. What are you talking about? Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News for Friday, March 18th, 2022. And we're going to start off with the big story of the day, guys. Daniel Radcliffe isn't interested in any more Harry Potter. What? No, come on. Oh, say it isn't so. So this comes from us over at Joe Blow, and it comes from us from other sources as well. So this is the big story of the day. Daniel Radcliffe isn't interested in reprising his Harry Potter role for a cursed child film. So there's a little bit of a caveat there for a cursed child film. Okay, but the article does go on to explain a little bit more, and it gives us a little bit of a quote because they did that throwback video or a special, right? That comeback special, or like that thing that came out earlier this year. And this came out from a quote while speaking with New York Times. Radcliffe told the outlet that reprising his Harry Potter role isn't something that I'm really interested in doing right now. He's not interested in revisiting Harry Potter, Radcliffe said. This isn't the answer that anybody's going to want, but I think I was able to go back and enjoy it because it's not part of my day-to-day life anymore. Talking about that reunion special, that's what I was talking about. I'm getting to a point where I feel like I made it out of Potter okay, and I'm really happy where I am now. And to go back would be such a massive change to my life. I'm never going to say never, but the Star Wars guys had like 30 to 40 years before they went back. So that's where he stands on Harry Potter. And people are going to say that it's for the cursed child film. But I think they're adding that part in. I think it's more, he's just, as he said there in his quote, he's kind of moved past it now. And I actually do believe that. And I think he's trying to stretch himself now. As we saw, he's going to be in that Weird Al Yankovic biopic movie. So he's really trying to branch out. He's trying to stretch himself as an actor. And yeah, maybe it's something that he doesn't want to revisit right now. Maybe 30 years down the line, there's that possibility that he'll come back as Harry Potter, but not in a cursed child film, and not as in a second reboot. Even though I think they should back up the dump truck full of money for these actors to come back, because they will make huge bank. Even though that you hear that Emma Watson apparently has stepped away from acting as well, and Rupert Gint or whatever his name was, Ron, he always needs work. But Daniel Radcliffe saying that he's out of Potter. He has no interest in coming back, even if it's just for the Cursed Child film. Does it bode well for you guys? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. You're watching Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. If you didn't know, we actually do talk about the news headlines, and here's what we're going to be talking about today. We just talked about Radcliffe there. Sandra Bullock comes out and talks about some RomComs, some news about that. The Adam Project Deepfake controversy. There's a controversy about the Adam Project and some Deepfake? I didn't know about that. The Dungeons and Dragons movie has an update by Chris Pine himself. Okay. There's a Play-Doh movie, of all things, coming out. Did you know that? Script 6, the Scream 6 script gets an update by Courteney Cox, and that sounds cool. I have always paid attention to that. The Batman fails and stumbles in the China market, but it crosses 500 million worldwide, so that's good. We'll talk about that. And what does that mean for the Joker 2 possibilities? The Northman has some new images out, and we'll talk about some various headlines as the day rounds out. Guys, this is a live movie news show, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And if you're in the live chat, I'll always talk with you. Fuzz in the live chat says, hey, Radcliffe brings the most baggage, more than any actor. Well, and he's also the star, right? So if you're watching us afterwards too, all of these topics will be linked in time codes that you can find in the description and comment section below, so you can just skip to whatever story you may like. But I hope you enjoyed the entire show, and we move through these topics rather fast, because that's the way that I like to roll. Okay, let's get right back into the movie news, guys. Just a quick little update here too. Some exciting news. Yesterday, my camera battery ran out, and I'm tired of having to always charge it. So today I put down the money, I ordered it on Amazon. I'm going to get the power cable for my Sony camera so that I can run it and we'll never have to worry about power outages and switching over to the webcam anymore. That was the last straw yesterday. So that hopefully that'll come in Amazon in the next week or so, and then we'll never have to worry about picture quality ever again. Just a little excitement there for me, because I'm tired of it. I need a power cable for it. Let's move on to the Sandra Bullock release date. Oh yeah, Batman Digital released April 18th. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday too. Okay, Sandra Bullock explains why big budget rom-coms don't get made now, because she's coming out in The Lost City, which is kind of a rom-com with Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt. This comes to us from Screen Rant, where I'm going to pull this quote. And she's saying, well, we know that she's going to take a break from acting, but she weighs in as to why we're not getting any big rom-coms on the big screen. You know what? But you know what? J-Lo just had a rom-com out, and that did well. Okay, so what is there? This is a meaty quote. Because they were bastardized and so undervalued, anytime someone said chick flick or rom-com, it was just disparaging. But when you go back to the 30s, 40s, and 50s, anything with a base of comedy and adventure that also had a romance in it wasn't marginalized the way it is now. I think when everything swung toward the very masculine action adventure, women got relegated to the arm piece or damsel in distress. Yeah, I sort of see that. But, we got Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman. Then when rom-coms came up, it was always like, oh, we're going to let women come back in, but it's going to be this formula that we like, and it can't be too edgy. Well, that's her take. But she's been in some really good rom-coms. In fact, there she was working with Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal, right? And I can sort of maybe see a little bit what she's talking about. The Lost City, it's got to be, it's a romantic comedy, and it comes out next March. March 25th is when The Lost City comes out, right? It said 19th, 15th, all over the place, but March 25th is when the official release date for The Lost City. And that comes out next Friday. I'll definitely be going to see it because I'm a huge Sandra Bullock fan. And her work in the rom-coms are there. But you know what? She was also in that Netflix movie that came out recently where she plays like this person who accidentally hit somebody with her car or something like that. And she plays like an ex-convict. And she tries to make good for that. And I like that movie. She was good in that, and she was good in Bird Box, so I don't see why she's really complaining about being in rom-coms. So what do I think of Sandra Bullock? She definitely is one of my favorites. And I can't wait to see what she's got in store for this Lost City, because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But Sandra Bullock says no more rom-coms. You know what? She's been in some of my favorite rom-coms, actually. She's a great actress. I think she's a phenomenal talent. I just want to share my favorite rom-com with her in it. The Lake House with Keanu. Yes, actually, I do like this movie. You know why? Because not only is it a nice little rom-com, but it's got like a little bit of a sci-fi twist with, this weird lake house mailbox. And they talk about architecture and stuff in that, which is sort of my bag too. And I like the lake house. And, okay, Art Glass in the live chat says, hey, James, best of luck with the studio upgrade. You still managed to power through the show. Always the consummate professional. Well, thanks. It's just good that I got that cheap webcam. Maybe I need to upgrade the webcam too. That'll be on the list one of these days too. But Sandra Bullock on the rom-coms, what do you think about that? I was going to start off the story today, but then that Radcliffe story dropped in. I felt like the Radcliffe needed to be addressed a little bit first. And let's get back into the movie headlines and talk about Sandra Bullock. There she is with Ryan Reynolds, as she was in The Proposal, right? Okay. Did you know that there was like this controversy with the Adam Project? The Adam Project deepfake controversy. Why the de-aged villain looks so bad. Okay, guys, we watched this movie last week, and some of the people in the live chat were there with my watch-along. And, that's going to be fun to do now, too, that I'm going to have the power cable, the camera won't be that webcam anymore for watch-alongs. That'll be really cool. But apparently there's a controversy out there. And guys, when I saw the movie, we knew that there was the de-aging there. Lucy Guest, I talked about her this week too, was the actress that played the body double for her. And when I was watching it, I was kind of like, yeah, it is what it is, but apparently some people are outraged. I'm sorry, this is spoilers for Adam Project, I guess. I gotta give that a caveat. But you guys know from the trailers that it's about time travel, so we're gonna see, well, Ryan Reynolds sees the younger version of himself, and the villain of the movie is Catherine Keener, and she has a younger version of herself, so they de-aged her, and people were saying, well, this looks bad, this looks terrible. And I don't know what they were talking about, right? I mean, I guess in some scenes, but they're saying it was so bad that they're outraged and they had to create these articles for it, and I was kind of like, guys, it wasn't that bad. I mean, she's such a minor part here. But some of the complaints that I was reading is that, well, she didn't really look that much younger, that she was really, Catherine Keener was really beautiful when she was younger. Well, she's still beautiful, guys. I don't see what the big difference was. When you look at it here, this is from the movie. And then when she's younger, here's a little side-by-side of the de-age. I felt like it was fine. I didn't see any big controversy out there to get up in arms and get your panties up in a knot. Fuzz Aldrin in the live chat says Catherine Keener was a perfect 10 as a younger version. Well, yes, and I still believe that she still is beautiful. Art Glass says in the live chat, the proposal was a great rom-com. Love the chemistry between Sandra and Ryan. Yes, I like that too. But that's the story of the Adam Project deepfake controversy. I didn't really think that it wasn't as bad as what people are saying. Dungeons and Dragons movies is going to be like Game of Thrones mixed with Princess Bride, says Chris Pine, who's going to be starring in it. Now, this movie is slated to come out next year. We'll take a look at the release date in a moment. This article comes to us from MovieWeb. And he's got a big quote out here. Another beefy quote. Quote, oh man, well, I will say is what we had a hell of a fun time making it. There was a lot of laughs. That the way that I've been describing it, it's like Game of Thrones mixed with a little Princess Bride, just a smidge of Holy Grail. Monty Python's in the Holy Grail? I don't know if that bodes well. I think that was part of the problem with that first Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was a little too campy. Okay, so what else is going on here? It's somewhere in that ballpark. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of thrills. It's poppy. It's 80s, heartfelt. There's a bit of Goonies in there. Okay, you're really pulling from a lot of materials here. He goes on to talk about his character. My character, he's the ultimate party planner. I think it's going to be really good. I mean, who effing knows? But I think we got a good shot, and John are killer guys. Those are the people directing. They know comedy and they know heart, and we had a great cast and we had a good time making it. And that's all you can ask for. Well, no, that's not all you can ask for, Pine, because you can have as much fun as you want making a movie. But if it doesn't translate well to the screen, then we've seen that happen before. And the people who made the first Dungeons and Dragons movie were real fans of that franchise. And I'm sure I don't know, guys. It gives me a little bit of pause because I wanted the Game of Thrones vibe is okay, but that doesn't really mix well with, say, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, which one is it? Those are two very polar opposites in tones. I don't know. That gives me a little bit of pause. I'm still interested in seeing it because the cast looks great for it. The cast looks like it's going to be phenomenal. Who else is in it besides Chris Pine? Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Regé Jean Page, Hugh Grant, Sophia Lillis, Chloe Coleman, Jason Wong, and Daisy Head. Okay. Dungeons & Dragons is scheduled to be released theatrically March 3rd, 2023. March 3rd, 2023 for Dungeons & Dragons. Chris Pine says yes. We'll have to wait and see what a teaser gives us to see if that tone. He said it's drawing from different places, so I'm praying and hoping that tone works. Our Glass in the live chat says D&D was filmed at the same locations as Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland. couple of miles from my house, and I was the last to know. Really cool. I like it when productions take place just not that far from where you live. That's really cool. Okay, but that's the D&D story. Fuzz in the live chat says, I wish Dungeons and Dragons is similar to Braveheart. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for like a little bit more, not like a dark tone take on it, but a little bit more of a serious take. Of like the sword play and the battles. That's what I wanted to see from it. But it's got that Game of Thrones vibe in there. Hopefully that's the base for it, and we'll see how the comedy fits in. We'll have to see how that definitely plays out. Guys, I like to play with Play-Doh every now and then, don't you? I guess there's going to be a Play-Doh movie. What? Okay, Play-Doh. Emily V. Gordon to write with John M. Chu circling to direct. Animated pick for E1 and Hasbro about colorful clay. Wow, I didn't realize that Play-Doh. Hey, whatever happened to that that Gumby movie that was supposed to come out? Wasn't there supposed to be like a reboot of that or something? Okay, so here's the. I didn't find a log line in this article that came from Deadline. It just says the team looks forward to bringing the audience a moldable, pliable, iconically scented story about the importance of imagination. Scented. Is Play-Doh scented? Smells like salt. What the heck are you talking about? Maybe there's scents for Play-Doh. I don't know. But the importance of imagination. Now that's the key phrase there. And of course, Play-Doh is for Kids Compound and it's directed towards kids. But you know, I like that theme. The importance of imagination, because for an artist, like I'm an artist, I'm a musician, the importance of imagination, I always champion kids drawing and getting into the arts and stuff like that. That's something that I really promote. So if that Play-Doh movie is going to be looking at making people inspired and want to work with their imaginations, that's cool, man. I think that's cool. But that's really all there is to that story. Scream 6 confirms Gale Weathers is in the script for the new sequel. Now, guys, we knew that Scream 6 was greenlit not much after Scream 5 because Scream 5 did so well at the box office. It was only a matter of time. And the same directors are coming back for this Scream 6. This Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Gillette are coming back for Scream 6. But Courteney Cox has a quote here from Variety, a podcast. She said, I got the script yesterday. I haven't read it yet. I just got it, and I'm so used to getting Shining Veil scripts, which are 26 pages, and I'm like, wow, I've got to read a script? Anyway, I'm excited to read it, and I know they're going to start filming it in June in Canada. Wow, so we got a filming date already, too. Cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to say everything. Let me tell you, the killer. So she's just having fun with that. Courteney Cox. And that's a little bit of a spoiler. Not really too much. You know that not all of the main cast was going to be killed off, the legacy cast. But I guess they're not going to keep on with just the new cast. They are going to still bring back the some of the legacy cast, because it seems like Gale Weathers is going to be back for Scream 6. Do they need to bring back Neve Campbell? Do they need to bring back Prescott? Do they need to bring back her? Sydney. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do they need to bring back Sydney for another film? I think her story is kind of wrapped up. I like the way that they worked her in for Scream 5, and they had that swan song, and it's time to let them go, because the way that it's going to go is that they're just going to kill off all the legacy characters in each episode that comes out, like they did in the Star Wars films, and I'm not interested in that. I think Sydney has gone through enough ordeal. I just want to hear that she lived her life happily ever after, kind of thing, and that's it. But Gale Weathers, Scream 6, she's going to be back, and I think that's cool. Ardglass in the live chat says, Aardman Animations in the UK has filmed a series of claymation movies which were very effective. Hopefully, Play-Doh experiences similar success. Yes, indeed. Okay, guys, this will be another big story of the day. The Batman has crossed $500 million at the box office. Let's take a look at those numbers. Okay, because it's also opening up in China and it's not doing well. So we got to take that into consideration. Domestically, 258 million. Internationally, 247. So the domestic numbers are bigger than the international numbers. That doesn't make sense. The international numbers will go big, will go higher as we grow on here. But worldwide, it has crossed the $500 million mark, $505.7 billion. Ooh, that's a lot of cheddar. But it's going to be opening up in China. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat any more about the numbers, $500 million. That's good for that. It's good for the Batman, and it's good for the success. But it's getting off to a slow start internationally in the China box office. We saw this forecasted earlier this week, too, that it's not going to have a great market there because a lot of the shutdowns are happening again in China. They're having outbreaks and concerns like that. So that's going to affect the box office in China. And it was going to be projected to be about like a $30 million opening there, but now it's going to be like 15 million or it's going to be hard pressed to even get that. I think that doesn't bode well for the Batman. But here's the thing. Spider-Man No Way Home came out during the pandemic time. The Batman is out now when we're just getting past it. So Spider-Man No Way Home made almost $2 billion, and that was without the China market. So I wouldn't hang the Batman success, overall success. It's already a success. It's already going to get greenlit for a sequel for sure. And they have all these spin-offs coming off of it. So I'm not really worried about China contributing too much. It's just their loss. It's just their loss for bad management of dealing with their situations. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a bummer that the studio will miss out a little bit of the revenue, but you know what? Robert Pattinson. I forgot that I put this picture up there. Damn it. Okay, well, he's going to be fine. The Batman's going to be fine. Don't worry about that. But what does the Batman mean for the Joker 2? There's an article up here on Screen Rant. Somebody wrote here, Nicholas Alia. The Batman makes Joaquin Phoenix Joker 2 more unnecessary. And I feel like this is warranted talking about. I felt like we needed to talk about this because we heard rumblings that Joker 2 was maybe there, that the director for Joker was working with a script and they were talking about maybe Joaquin Phoenix hadn't signed anything, but if there was an idea out there that there were Joker 2 headlines not that long ago, but because of that little cameo, Barry Keoghan's cameo of the cellmate next to Riddler in Batman, we know that he's like the proto-Joker, that he's going to be eventually turning into what may possibly be this version of the Joker. It does, if that's going to be the case, then for sure, there's no point in really making a Joker 2 with Joaquin Phoenix, even though that movie made $1 billion. There's just that case out there. If we're going to get a new Joker with Barry Keoghan, and then I think I still would watch a Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. I mean, who couldn't? I mean, he's one of the best actors out there right now. That's just everything he picks up. At least he gives his 100% on. It just posed that interesting question, because if we're going to get him as our new Joker, there's some fan mock-ups. Then do we really need a Joker 2? And I'll have to take that into consideration for sure. Our Glass in the live chat says, regardless of China's input, which would be the cherry on top, Matt Reeves must be stoked with his success. Yes. Hopefully it will scoop up a few awards for their efforts. I think it will. I think it will. Makeup for sure. All right. Let's talk about the Northman. Talking about ripped abs. Oh, man. God. Alexander Skarsgård is ripped here for the Northman that's coming out soon. And there's the new image there that we got. And there's a spoilery article up on MovieWeb that I don't want to get too much into here. But we got another image there then of like the silhouette. And that looks awesome. That looks spectacular. The Northman Images teases Alexander Skarsgård as a primal throat-ripping Viking warrior. Now, I don't want to go too far down into this article because it does say where perhaps this throat-ripping happens, and that may spoil some of the plot for some people. So I'm not going to go on too much here about it. But like the images from this movie, looks like it's going to be phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it's going to have this little article out in the Empire magazine where I got that picture from, and this movie comes out pretty soon, right, guys? The Northman. What do you guys think about that image? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if I can quickly pull up the release date, which I should have done in my research, but I'm being a little bit naive here. April 22nd. April 22nd is for when the Northman, and April 22nd, can't go. Yeah. I'm still excited for this movie because it looks visceral, it looks raw, it looks like it's going to be just like a really cool kind of dark action kind of piece, and I'm really looking forward to that. April 22nd, Northman comes out. I'll be looking forward to that. All right, guys, let's move on to some various headlines here that, well, I'll break up into little parts that you'll be able to read in the time codes. Spider-Man No Way Home came out on digital release and such this week, and, well, they released a lot of the bonus features, and in that bonus features we saw some of the concept art for what Lizard was going to look like. And I just wanted to take a look at them. You know how they changed the look of some of the villains? Like they changed the way that Green Goblin didn't have his mask anymore, and they changed Electro, and they were going to change Lizard. And I wanted to take a look at some of the concept art for that because they were going to give him the lab coat and they were going to give him the purple pants. And I felt like, well, that would have been cool if we saw that. I just felt like, ooh, yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. They made him a little bit thinner too. That would have been cool. You know, because they kind of made him like a big hulking CGI mess. Well, not a mess. He was okay. He was competent from what we saw. But it would have been nice to have seen that throwback look. At least that they were talking about it. Maybe they just ran out of time and budget, but they went back to that look from The Amazing Spider-Man. Paddington 3 update shared by original movie sequel writer Paddington 2, Simon Farnaby. Teases that the film will have a great director. Okay, cool. This comes from us at Screen Rant, who says, oh, there's a good director on. And I scoured this article saying, okay, the writer and the director from Paddington 2 say that there's going to be a good director on. At least this article. I was like, wait, okay, well, who is it? Who's the writer? Who's the writer? He even has a quote here. Paul and I did tentatively write a story for Paddington 3, so we are involved, and I think Paul is involved at an executive level, but we did have an idea for it. They've got great writers, and I think they've got a great director. I think they have a great director, so I think it will be brilliant. I think, but we're slightly to one side for now. So who's this director? It's still not yet announced who will helm Paddington 3. So then what is the point of this article? The only point is that you got the writer and the director from the previous two saying that they had a little bit of input, but there's a great director on the horizon. Yeah. Is that even worth talking about? Now, I misjudged this story from yesterday. The Amazon buying MGM Studio and having that merger complete. I thought it was just a throwaway story, and I guess it's getting a lot of views out there, so we'll recap a little bit about some of the details about it. Yes, they get to acquire that catalog of movies, and they get to the Bond franchise. But I guess they were a little bit concerned that they were going to try to use all of that catalog to put on Amazon Prime and, just have it all streaming movies. But people were concerned that, well, is Bond just going to be on the streaming service? No. Because the Bond franchise is still under the rule of Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson. And they've come out and said that Bond will always be a theatrical release. It won't be something that'll be on the Amazon Prime. Well, it will be later on, but it won't be like straight to streaming Bond movies. And I think that's the big headline, I guess, that I would take from it, other than the catalog of big movie list of movies that are going to be added. I just the movie business like money exchanging companies and stuff like that, headlines, I don't like to really get too much into, because I just find the casual fan, we just need to be aware of sort of what's going on, because it does affect, okay, well, we can't find Bond on this streaming service anymore, we got to find it over on Amazon. Okay, that's what we need to know on the casual level. And that's it, guys. I think that's it for today's movie news headlines. If there's anything else out there that's going on that you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. I guess I can go over to the Twitter, see what's going on there, see if there's any headlines that I missed. And I think that'll round out the week. I don't have anything else planned. No roller coaster ride today. Scream 6 will be released on March 31st, 2023. Okay. So if that makes sense with what the Courteney Cox article said, that they were going to start filming this June. That's some good turnaround. Alexandra Shipp has joined Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. And Simu Liu, right? Kay McKinnon also. Okay, so she's going to be in the Barbie movie. First Lady Viola Davis as Michelle Obama premieres 17th, Showtime. That's Viola Davis? Oh, she almost kind of looks like her, eh? There's my Canadian accent. Yeah, and that's how we say A. Like, most of the time, we're just looking for a confirmation of an acknowledgement of what we said. Batman says art house, what? I don't know. Play-Doh Movie. That just looked a little bit salacious there from Robert Pattinson. Actually, you know what? Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz have been doing the interview circuit, and they've had some innuendos back and forth. And it's been those videos on YouTube have been really interesting to watch. Okay, official teaser for Flight Attendant Season 2 has been released. You know, that's Kaylee Cuoco.
Asking yourself what predicaments Cassie could get into in season.
She's aged well. Like, she's aging beautifully. I watched the first episode of The Flight Attendant, but I didn't follow the rest of it because it's on HBO, so I would have to pay for Crave up here to finish watching it. I liked the first episode, and I really hope that Kaylee Cuoco, she's got the Harley Quinn series that she does very well, and I want her to break free of the Big Bang Theory mold, because I think that those molds are going to be hard to break free from those actors. Let me just mute it and see if I can see anything more here. Oh, so they're actually showing footage from it. This was like a murder mystery kind of thing, right? She plays a flight attendant who gets kind of accused of murdering this boyfriend of hers or something, and then she's got to get out of trouble. I need to finish watching it because I hear good things. Let's see if there's anything else. First look at Candy, Jessica Biel. Can't go wrong with Jessica Biel. Hulu original. Not much there. But it's good to see Jessica Biel back. We haven't seen her in a while. Yeah, that's really cool. Want to see that. Okay. And I think that's where we were yesterday. Well, I think that's it, guys. There's really not much more to say. Maybe I can pull up that quick interview of Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. I just want to direct you to it because they are funny, and when you see Zoe Kravitz in it, the way that she looks, again, she's a phenomenal beauty, and they have like these little questionnaires that they do back and forth between each other, and come on, stupid ad. Yeah. When I was looking at them, they're just like kind of like doing questionnaires, and it's just when I look at her, uh, I, I didn't realize that she could get any more beautiful. It's just like wow, wow. Yeah, and it's cool that they're having this success. But I say go out and check out these interviews that they're doing, because their chemistry between them, uh, it really pays off, because they have this humor between them, that they're making fun of each other and they're joking around about their past and stuff like that. So I've been really enjoying watching some of these Batman interviews, because it's just cool. Our Glass in the live chat says, flight attendant was surprisingly darker than I thought it would be. Kaylee Cuoco seems to be rocking an old Jennifer Aniston hairstyle there. She still looks good. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does sort of look like Jennifer Aniston there a little bit. Let me see if I can pull that back up. If I can't find it within the next 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, there she, yeah, a little bit of a Jennifer Aniston, yeah, with the bangs and such. Yeah, yeah, but I need to catch up with that series. I need to catch up with a lot of series. Maybe that's what we can do next week when I get my power cord, and we'll churn out these watch-alongs and such like that, because then I don't have to worry about power cables. Oh, I look forward to it. I should have done that a long ago. It was only like $35. I mean, come on. All right, guys, that's it. That's the way that the movie news has been for this week. If you want to know more and want to watch horror news, tomorrow we're going to do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all of the movie news headlines for the realm of horror and genre movies. So I'll look forward to doing that. There's a lot of cool stuff that came out. Maybe I'll be able to go out and see X tonight, hopefully. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just really busy. I hear good things about X, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's the way it's been, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and stay safe.